We're on episode 63 of Hacker Replay. And as you guys know, I always try to include a interesting or new developing cheat or something as the first video or first match so you guys can watch it. And today we have, I believe that. I didn't check it out for myself, so we're going to go into this hoping that it actually is true. But we're loading up this quick match because, if I'm not mistaken, in this match, it should show examples of cheaters being able to override the streamer mode. And it does. As you can tell from the left side, we have two cheaters. Actually, I have to move my camera so you guys can actually see it. There we go. As you can see from the left side, we have two cheaters who are overriding their names in streamer mode. He made himself called God with no numbers. This is not his real account name. You can just cheat it in. And then also Gay is the other one. And then the other two people are L Bad Ping and yours 42595. But those two obviously aren't overriding the numbers, but these two are. How they can do that, I have no idea. I don't know what happened. Personally, I submitted a like proof of cheat to Ubisoft about someone being able to override streamer mode. And then when I sent it to them, they said no, they actually did use streamer mode. Okay, I don't know how, but I can say that previously I have reported this, and Ubisoft seems to claim that it's still streamer mode. But here we have God blatantly cheating and having streamer mode just running rampant. Or not streamer mode, but like overriding streamer mode and running rampant with his cheats. That's crazy. Pull up R6 tracker so we can show you guys the real accounts. Their actual username is God40, just 40.
I just love dicks, bro.
Oh. Maybe they removed it or changed it. TSS.Bryant is the one who submitted it. The people who are playing show up as just that. So these two also had streamer mode on, but obviously you can see with the numbers at the end of their name, they couldn't override it. But this person has now changed his name to I Love TOS, and they have a 12.46 KD, and they are level 32, and they have not been banned. This match was from 2 days ago, I believe. No, it's from Thursday. Never mind, it's from 3 days ago. And this person is able to override streamer mode and have a 12.46 KD and not get banned. Ubisoft has said that they are doing stat banning, and clearly that is just not happening. This guy is already Diamond 2 with a negative KD. He also has the cheat. Whether he's cheating beyond that, I don't know, but he obviously has it since he can override his name. Let me see how the rest of the match goes. I assume the God kid just walks around and kills everyone, but I assume he just has like kill box or whatever, because... Wait, did he shoot through the shield there? Oh, he did. Is that new? I don't know if that's new or not, that they can shoot right through the shields. They didn't even do like the melee thing, from what I could tell. They just shot right through it.
I love dicks, bro.
I've seen kill box obviously, but straight shooting.
Oh. I must have turned into Rob.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that shoot through shield, but that's probably been around for a while. The fact that they can change their name to whatever they want and override streamer mode is insane. That's also concerning for the future of Siege. But I guess moving on, because obviously that is a group of 4 stacking cheaters, we can move on to the next match. The fact that VG is asking if this cheat is a new one explains the state of the game and why it'll never be great again. You're not wrong. So this match was submitted with the file of the names and stuff. And no one's name is right in this? Actually, no. Okay, one name is right. They said that Young and Hungry G is the guy who's cheating, but their name isn't right. It's probably Philip22, I'm gonna guess. They submitted their real name, but I think they have streamer mode on, because I assume if we look up Philip22, we're not gonna get their name. Yeah, okay. But we have terrors.rfs, aka Philip22, who is accusing Young and Hungry G. He's got the neutron skin. He's AFK, he's definitely cheating. Also, I might have to order food in the middle of stream because I'm just that hungry. Definitely seems to be at least looking at people through walls so far, so this might be a quick and easy match. Well, this is going to be a quick and easy one. My dude is straight walling and he died to the upside down sledge? Ace? Is he good? You can see that at the very last millisecond he was about to pull up. Watch here. As he gets shot, he's like starts to pull up, but it's too late and he dies. How do you... He blatantly has walls, but like, how do you lose that? He probably lost that because while he might have cheats, he doesn't have the VarsityGaming charm, and we all know this charm increases your skill like crazy. And you can get the charm for free just by subbing to my Twitch channel with Twitch Prime. After this round, I'll go check out the last round. I want to see who wins, because I assume, based on how bad he is, that he's not going to win. But walls can be pretty helpful, you know. Damn, look at all those people getting banned for botting, and now a bunch of people being banned for cheating. This isn't live, though. That is from the replay. Those people got banned during that match. Could be ping since it's the very first instance of it, but that was not a headshot. We'll hope that they don't have... I keep calling it aim assist cheats, and apparently people online were getting really pissed at me for not calling it soft aim, which is apparently the proper name. Sorry, I don't buy cheats, so I don't know what they're called. But I kept calling them aim assist cheats, and people got salty. What is that ace? Oh god, their awareness is so bad. Wonder if they realize that the enemy team's out of frags or they're gonna be worried about this. Okay, that one wasn't a headshot. This guy's just, like, his movement's so bad.
I just love Dex, bro.
Bro, that's a free kill. Oh my god, okay, he aced there. I didn't see a headshot on Maverick. No. So maybe he doesn't have aim assist cheats or soft aim. Maybe the first one was just lag, but I just want to see if he wins or not. Oh, he does win. Unfortunate. How does he win? I assume no one expected them of cheating enough to team kill. This guy doesn't even know where default cam is. He just got spotted on it and he's staring around like a lost puppy. Damn. Great positioning. What? Bruh. God, he's so, like, I don't know. He just stared at the ward and did nothing. This is where you start to see how a lot of people who, or like why people buy cheats, because they're just bad at the game. This guy is one of them. Like, he has walls and he's struggling to determine who he should be aiming at. Oh no, he's got the weird fucking lesion bug. Oh, maybe 2 goos will fix it? Nope. He fucking misses?
I just love Dex.
Yikes. Well, definitely a cheater. What's his name? Young and Hungry G. Yo, I'm young and hungry right now. Not banned yet. Went from A. Yes, see, this is how we know, like, they are bad players. He was a bronze player, went up to silver at his highest, and had like a negative KD, and now he's suddenly gone up to 1.6. How can he be that bad? Accidentally showed up, or started another match, but he is so bad and has to get cheats just to make himself feel better. Pathetic. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure exactly what cheats he had. He for sure had walls, we know that. It didn't look like he had aim lock, but there was like one shot where it looked pretty suspicious. And I don't think he had the aim assist / silent aim, so at the very least he had walls. Next match is Clubhouse. So far we are 2 for 2 on cheaters. In this match we have Voker, who is accusing Penguin32, who has a teammate called Hacks29923711936. Honestly, I should just make my stream mode name Hacks or something. Also, just noticing the bans, we have a Sense and Warden ban, and then a Thatcher and Castle ban. And if I'm not mistaken, which I don't think I am, this is ranked? Bro called it silent aim. Man, people were getting so pissed at me for calling it aim assist cheats. It's not aim assist, it's silent aim. So they shifted their argument, because before arguing that it was match replay bug, and then when I proved it wasn't match replay bug, they're like, oh, well, it's not aim assist cheats, it's silent aim. So I'm pretty sure this guy is cheating. I think he has the hip fire cheats. Because he keeps proning, which would mean that his aim is constantly fluctuating, but he's hitting perfectly every time in the center, from what I can tell. I don't know what this mirror strat is. Well, we know he's cheating for sure now, because like he's not even worried about this door. He's literally just staring at them here. He's waiting for him to push through. Wouldn't surprise me if he's just telling his team where they are so that they get the kills and he doesn't. It even looks like he's being like, hey guys, like peek here. He's right over here. Okay, so his bullet spread is a bit bigger than perfect hip fire, so probably doesn't have the perfect hip fire cheats, but we can definitely tell he's walling.
I love dicks, bro.
This goes to round 8. Holy shit. So I wonder if they are like trying very hard not to be obvious and they only tell their team. I don't know. We'll go next round and then we'll maybe go last round. He also did die there against the last one, the Twitch. That's a penis. I like my shirt today, thank you. It's the Dark Zero Summer Apparel one. I really like it. My only qualm about it is that it is like a summer shirt, but it's pretty thick. So when you sit outside in the heat with this, it feels even hotter than usual. So I think this is more of like a springtime or fall time shirt, but I really, really like it. I was even looking at more SSG merch to maybe buy because I'm liking all of their summer collections. Bro, he is so bad. He's straight walling, but he cannot do shit. Bro, he's 4 and 6. Like, we know he's walling. There is absolutely no way he's not. But how are you 4 and 6 with cheats? Like, he's literally looking at people through the wall, like this. He knows where they are. He knows that they're hiding in places. He just fucking sucks. And like, he keeps positioning himself to be like, oh, you walked right past me. Giving himself an excuse as to why he knew someone was there. I wonder if this is going to be another case of a person who previously was like bronze or silver and then started cheating and is now platinum or something. He's probably a Coconut Bra subscriber. No. Coconut would never do stuff with cheats. Angles, yes. Cheats, nah. I guess he knows all the angles, and you might be right. It's not cheating, he just knows them. Like, he's very intentionally trying to get them to notice his clone, so that he can be like, I know where you are. I have an excuse, like, you can't claim I'm cheating since I saw you. I hate it here. How would the thermite get off the plant? Oh, he's getting spotted by Yokai, probably.
Dicks, bro.
Hello Varsity, I hope it's not too late watching your hacker replay Varsity love.
Yeah, he's trying very hard to make it as non-obvious as possible. So this is why when people are like, oh, maybe they're not cheating, maybe, or no, like they're like, oh, maybe they are cheating, they're just doing a really good job of hiding it. Like, I have a really hard time believing anyone can hide the cheats so well. Like, this is a very clearly horrible cheater. But, like, do you think they could really hide it that well? feel like in certain situations it'll just come out. They can't really help it. Penguin 32. 1.05 KD. Oh, they got banned for toxic behavior. Shocker. I am honestly impressed that, who was it, Voker, figured out that they were cheating. We didn't watch the entire match, so we don't know if they did anything specifically that was obvious, but the fact that they submitted this is impressive. They caught on that they were cheating. Probably from stuff like, I don't know, that Thunderbird one, knowing where they were. Like, they must have done something to fuck up, and then they just knew that they were cheating. But that, I feel like in the match, I would have had a hard time believing they're cheating when they're negative until the last round. That is now 3 matches and 3 cheaters. No, I'm fucking stupid. Okay, the person who submitted it is King Jorge, and they're accusing Pills. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. When I originally read it, I thought they said these were both cheaters. I'm stupid. Well, they're definitely cheating. We can confirm that already. Man, Hacker Replay, I remember back in the day, Hacker Replay used to take an hour and a half to 2 hours for one episode, and I would edit it down to about an hour, hour 10. Sometimes down to 50 minutes if I was feeling spicy. Now, we're 27 minutes in, and we're about to finish the 4th match. Because the cheaters just do not care anymore. They are so blatantly obvious. And it's just not worth it for them to hide it. Because they can just buy new accounts for 5 cents. And then cheat blatantly in a ranked match like this. It's insane. Back in the day, back when I was a boy, cheaters at least had the nicety to pretend like they weren't cheating. But now they just fucking full toggle right away. They don't even care. So, in case you guys are curious, because I didn't really explain it, obviously walls, everything, but they have one cheat in particular that we've seen before, which is the no recoil cheat. On their end, or like on the person who's watching, it looks like they're just shooting at the sky, but on this person's end, it's like a client-side cheat. They're able to have 0 recoil on their screen. On everyone else's, it looks like they're just going right up to the ceiling. Like that. But all those shots are hitting dead center. Like, he somehow got a headshot doing that. Makes complete sense, right? But definitely has walls. Maybe has some type of aim cheat, but it's hard to tell when the aim is fucking skyrocketing. They have drone walls too. Yeah, that one might just be included with the walls. Sometimes walls let you see gadgets. Thank you for another gifted sub. I'm hung well. They finish the match and they win. Based off this person who I don't know if they're queued with them. We'll find out after, but let's back out and look up their name. The person who submitted it included their real name. Okay. Their real name is a barcode. They are a Diamond 2 with a 1.74 KD, and they have not been banned. They were previously Plat and Gold, hard stuck for what looks like almost 3 years, so they probably started to cheat because they didn't want to be stuck there any longer. Okay, so that's these 4 matches done in 32 minutes. That might be a record, honestly. Record time. We'll move on to second last match. I'll also throw in, I skipped over so many matches in the Dropbox because they were all like, this is obvious, this is obvious. It's like, I don't want to see super obvious ones. I want to see, like, you know, more hard to determine ones. And we still got all the obvious ones. I cry. We have Terrors from the second match who's saying that the person that they played against has been banned, so they haven't got their ELO back. That's also another problem I have. So Ubisoft, I've mentioned this so many times before, you guys have heard this a million times, but Ubisoft has said that they don't ban people even when they find out they're cheating. They let them go for like another 2 weeks and then they ban them, because they say then they don't know what they did that got them, you know, caught. But these people are just blatantly cheating now, so it doesn't even matter. These people can blatantly cheat and run around and do whatever, and they'll be like, oh, you got 2 weeks left on your account before we ban it. It's so fucking stupid. They really need to change their attitude about that. Just ban people instantly. But moving on, we have match number 5. We have Masley AI, who's reporting Aaron Mistaken. This is a 6-round match. But why? So the reason why Ubisoft says they do it is like what I said. They don't want the people to realize why they got banned. It's like they could be like, oh, I activated this cheat this day and then I got banned. This cheat has been compromised, and they could tell other cheaters. But it doesn't really matter anymore, because people are just so obvious that it doesn't matter whether they get banned instantly or 2 weeks from now. They know they got banned because they're blatant cheats. If Ubisoft postpones a whole season just to do something about the cheating situation, they might be able to do something. First off, they won't, and second off, that would definitely just like kill the game more than it would help, because I feel like a whole season where you just get no content, people are leaving, that's like, sweet, they got rid of cheaters, and no one's left to play the game. This person's probably walling too. There are no subtle cheaters left in this game. Everyone's just a blatant cheater. Doesn't even know how the Nook gadget works, they're just full sprinting. Well, just locked straight onto the cap cam. And then lost to him anyways, bro. Oh my god, how can you be that bad? How can you just straight up track someone through a wall and then lose the gunfight? Wait, so them taking forever to ban anyone is partially intentional? Yes. It is 100% intentional. And they claim it helps the system. There have been tweets from Ubi devs. Who was it? The Wei Yu guy, who's like the lead of esports. He tweeted out calling people clowns because they want people to be banned immediately, and have like people are like, we want Ubisoft reps to be, you know, checking this shit and banning people immediately. And then he called them clowns for thinking that that was a good idea. So pretty rough scenes all around. He's just like, we can't just manually ban all these cheaters, like it's not gonna be a good system. It's like, bro, it'd be better than what we're facing right now. The system fucking sucks as it is. You really think manually banning cheaters instantly is gonna be that much worse? Granted, he is the esports director, so doesn't, you know as much about the situation as other UB devs would, but just crouched underneath the Capcan trap. But yeah, it's pretty sad when you think about it overall. What they think about the community and what the community wants done about cheaters. As a console player, I feel proud. For not having people cheat like this. Every console player will always be like, see, this is the benefit of console. With console, we don't have cheaters like this running around. And then in the exact same breath, 5 seconds later, they'll be like, man, I hate all these mouse and keyboard users. They're cheating. Like, bro. You really can't say that cheating is not a problem on console and then complain about cheating. Obviously, mouse and keyboard isn't the same as this, where he's about to run out and just track these people as they run out of spawn. But mouse and keyboard is also cheating, so and I mean, people can make the argument that mouse and keyboard doesn't make a controller player better, but like cheats clearly don't make that player better, so it all cancels out. It's all the same. Well, his name was Airy Mistaken. ERY, mistaken. They have a 1.1 KD, but a 2.92 in casual. Geez, that's also unranked. Never played ranked before because they're only level 52. Never changed their account name. So, another Blaine cheater. Still not banned. Still not punished by UB. What else is new? And console has strike packs. I'll say the same thing that I always say whenever I talk about this. I have never seen proof that these strike packs or whatever actually give people walls. People always claim they do, and they're like, oh, if you have a strike pack, it means you have walls, blah, blah, blah. But then I talk to people on console, or like who've played console, they're like, no, they don't have walls with strike packs. I don't know what people are talking about. So, I'll never believe that until I get definitive proof. Also, we have, in this last match, Railchan, who is accusing Kiz9 Covey 4. Nothing gives you walls. That's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, like, I've seen so many people say strike packs give you every cheat possible. They give you walls. They give you recoil, like, macros. They give you speed hacks. I'm like, no, they don't. It's just straight up not true. But people believe that. The only type of cheat that is consistently available for everyone and easy to obtain is mouse and keyboard, or ZIM, as they call it, XIM type things. Those are the only commonly available cheats on console. Chronos is another name I hear get thrown around a lot, as it gives you walls, it gives you blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. I get those comments all the time. I assume it's just coming from people who don't know what those things actually are. I mean, to be honest, I don't truly know what they are either, since I don't play on console. But I've seen quite a few people who are just, oh, that was a miscreant. Or just like, oh, I died, it must be because this person is using some type of pack or thing or whatever. But I don't know. First round, the person who submitted it got a 4K and this person died, so far not looking like a crazy cheater. Maybe we'll actually get to investigate one today, boys. There is jailbroken consoles with walls, but it's super, super rare. The reason why it's super, super rare is because if you jailbreak a console, the console gets bricked. If you tried to play online too much. I remember that from way back in the day. With Xbox 360, if you ever jailbroke your 360, you could never play online, because if you played online, your console would get bricked, because Xbox would detect that and be like, yeah, you done. This guy does have the Fire Alpha skin, which I think everyone has access to now. You never really see that run. It's almost like elephant skin. The way they're positioning themselves makes me feel a little bit suspicious, but the Jackal did just like open up this window and make a lot of noise. They positioned themselves to watch the people in the library, which it kind of looked like they were, am I mistaken? Looked like they killed the Jackal, and then they were like, okay, time to run back through the hallway. And it looks like they were like, actually, nah, I'm gonna go back, because they maybe saw them through the wall. That's my guess. Now they're holding an angle of somewhere where no one is, to then immediately look over where someone actually is. Don't know where they were looking there. Their teammate jumped out the window and they looked at it like someone was there. They almost lost that because they used their gadget instead of a gun. Why are they shooting at that window? Their teammate jumped outside of it. I mean, I guess this is making them look like they're not a cheater. Yeah. I can't remember why this person got reported. So most of the documents now will have something. They'll be like, oh, because of them doing this, them doing that, or whatever. The only thing I found weird so far, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but it does sound like the alibi gun, it sounds like it's shooting faster than it normally does, which is probably just a replay bug. I doubt that it's a cheat, because that'd be a really weird cheat. But it does sound like it's just going twice as fast as normal. Not twice as fast, but you know, just a lot faster. Are they gonna spawn peek? Because they can't do that here. They didn't even get on the camera yet, and they got off immediately and aimed. What? So far, 30 seconds in, or 40 seconds in, they have only looked at where people aren't. So now they're finally coming over to where everyone is after a teammate dies, which means that they know that they're in this general vicinity. One thing that keeps confusing me is that this person keeps doing like the quick peek thing, but they aren't actually like fully peeking. They keep either mistiming it or I don't even know what they're doing, but they just keep like staring at the pillar. Is fire available through UB Connect or something? I don't remember how. I remember for a while it was like you could just open up the UB Connect thing and then download or like claim the fire skin even if you weren't in the alpha. So far, most of this has seemed reactionary. There hasn't really been anything in particular that this person has done that has made me think for sure they have to be cheating. Like they seem like they're reacting to stuff. They've had like maybe 2 small instances of stuff where they kind of line someone up, but everything else has seemed normal. Well, at least this one will actually be one we get to investigate, and we'll make the episode a little bit longer. I won't skip forward until we find anything that might be suspicious, and we might skip forward a little bit. But so far, seeming pretty legit. Extra sub CM Soccer. They're checking corners. Wait. Did the Clash's shield get knocked back? Oh no, okay, that's just from the shooting. Because I know there's been a cheat that's been going around where people can constantly knife all players on the map, but not to kill them, just like to do the shield knockback animation, and it kind of looked like that was happening, but it did not. Checking every corner, missing traps. Probably hit it on the second try, it just doesn't show up in the match replay. They just got dummied by the Clash. So, probably not cheating. We got 4 more rounds to check. Clash dumped on him. It did. I'm still salty about the other day I got killed by a Clash doing that same tactic. But it was dumb because I meleeed them, and then they pulled their gun out while they were meleeed. Like I punched, the shield went back, And there was no animation of it ever coming back. It just went back, paused for a millisecond, and then went on their back and they pulled out the gun. Like, what's the point of knifing someone or knifing a shield if they can still do their animation? Piss me off. That's Cav below them. At the bottom of the stairs. Jack will put down a claymore there to try to hold their flank. And I think Cav is on the way up. Wait, I want to see if they die to this. They don't. They're smart. No, I know Twitch got a kill. They just keep doing that. That's what's bothering me. They keep quick peeking, but as you can tell here, when they do quick peek, they don't actually see anything. So it's like right there they finally saw something. It makes me think, like, are they actually quick peeking, or are they trying to do it to get like an angle and then realize the person's too far? They didn't notice the Cav until they got shot. Okay. Using his Twitch turn for exactly 0 seconds. Yeah, if that doesn't scream Twitch main, I don't know what does. I do that when I quick peek because I underestimate how much I actually need to peek. I get that, but like, he's done it so many times now on so many different doors, and it just makes it seem like, 'cause he always does it whenever there's someone there, so it almost makes it seem like he is trying to quick peek to prove that he can see them for a second and then kill them. But that's like the only suspicious thing I can think of that we've seen so far, because then he dies to something like that. So it might just be him trying to learn how to quick peek, and it's costing him his life sometimes. Possibly. I don't know. Or he's so good at cheating that he's constantly making us think that, you know, he's not cheating when he is. I don't know. Okay. I think that's the epitome of a Twitch main right there, right? They didn't know what their button was for a claymore. They threw out their normal drone, then they threw out a Twitch drone, and then they figured out what their claymore button was. Because normally they just walk into sight and gun everyone. But even then they lost that. So, probably just a fragger, I want to say, even though they're barely positive, I think, right now. Oh no, they're 8-5. So probably just a run-in gunner in what might be a slightly lower rank lobby. Although the Rochan guy, who's the one who submitted this, has one more kill than him right now. I hate when the gun does this, but I don't think there's any way I can fix it. Judging from the site setups, this is gold, plat, ELO, not higher. Might be. I think this is ranked as well. When I see matches like this, it does make me confused as to like why they accuse them and when they accuse them. Because so far I haven't seen like anything that if I were in the match, I'd be like, man, they're cheating. Most of their kills have been pretty legitimate. And you wouldn't know about their positioning and how they're moving around and stuff until after the match is over. But maybe they watched it after the fact because they're like, oh, maybe there's someone suspicious. Maybe it was based on how they hold their gun. They're like, this person can't be trusted. The gun is farther away from their face than it should be. Like, if I want to, you know, poke holes and try to find a reason to find them suspicious, like right there, the smoke grenade bounces in, from the, like this side of the door, it goes done, done, and they're still watching this side. And then when the smoke goes down, they start shooting towards this side. Like, wouldn't you be more concerned about the right side where it just came from? Why are you concerned about the left side? Do you know that someone's on the left side? And it's possible they could know from a previous call out or something, but that's like the most nitpicky I can be about it and try to think of a reason why they might be reported. Wait. And right there, did they just go push right for the jackal behind them and try to pre-fire them? There's no cameras. That's weird. How did they know the jackal was there? But then they react to that. If they knew Dokkaebi was there with walls or whatever, they would have aimed at crouch level or like been prepared for it. There they reacted. They saw that the Dokkaebi was crouched and then aimed down and shot at the same time. I don't get how they knew about the jackal. Okay, so maybe this is why they got reported. Jaeger probably could have given the call. I'll go back and check that. I didn't really think about the Jaeger being there. Honestly, I just assume that people, when I watch match replay, they don't give callouts. So, Monty's shooting him. I can't tell if that was lucky or not. That looked like almost pinpoint accurate. Well, he gets hit twice, turns around. Like, it's literally if you blink, you miss it. That's how fast it was. Okay, before we watch the rest of this, let's go back and see if Jaeger actually would give those calls. So Alibi this entire time is fighting shadows. This Jaeger looks completely lost. I don't know about you guys. I don't think he's making calls about the jackal being behind the Monty. No, the Jaeger didn't do shit there. So, yeah, and I'm a little suspicious. The 180 flick onto Monty's head, plus the preemptive shots on the jackal, but then the reactionary shot on Dokkaebi makes me feel like, I don't know, maybe they just got lucky in those situations. I guess if we look up their stats and they're like a diamond or champion, I'd just assume that they're better instead of being a cheater. Oh. Thanks for Sublord Penguin. Alibi could have guessed from Jackal Ping. But if the Jackal pinged her, it would have been from when Alibi was like over by Master side. Or like coming back towards Red Stairs. Because they never pushed into the hallway. But I guess the Jackal could have pinged maybe through the... No, because Monty was in the doorway. I don't know. If I do pull up this account and they have like a 4 KD or something, then I'll probably just say I'm probably cheating, but trying to be as subtle as possible. But it's always like a few things will slip through the cracks, which is how cheaters get caught. It's like they'll be pretty good at hiding it, but then there's something that gets by. This is the first time they've ever used the Twitch drone to actually do stuff, by the way. I think the only other time they used it was when they accidentally threw it down. If he jumps in... Okay, well, I was going to say, if he jumps in and just knows he's safe from that doorway, then suspicious, because there was literally someone holding that doorway, but now suddenly they're like, yeah, I'm fine, I can just run in. Was that Thunderbird who just got the kill? It was, okay. And they got on the drone they see over there. Preemptive shot makes a little bit of sense, but chat, feel free to disagree with me here. But I feel like the person we're watching now is not the same person we were watching before they got to match point. I feel like once blue team got to 4-3, that this person suddenly got a lot more active and a lot more aggressive, right? They also didn't open that correctly. You gotta... Oh, okay. Let's see, you gotta punch it, but I didn't know you could shoot it. Okay, that was a reaction. We paused at the perfect time to show that they looked too far to left and then flicked back. It's literally 1 HP. I don't know what this fucking noise is that we keep hearing. That's annoying. So they win. I don't know. I don't think they were cheating. They definitely had some very suspicious plays, like when they 180'd that Monty, but I don't think they were. What was their name? Kiz9 Covey 4. Just a quick glance at the stats does make me a little bit more suspicious, because going from a 1 KD to a 0.7 KD to a 1.3, like, I know those aren't huge jumps. They're only differences of like 0.3. That's still going from a 0.72 to 1.3 is pretty big, especially when they're playing Twitch and Alibi only. It's a low level account, level 98. Never play unranked. They only play ranked. They have a 53% win rate and an overall 1.3 KD. I don't know. This is a jump of 0.5, almost 0.6 KD. I know it's only 15 matches, but they only played 24 before. So if we're going based off small sample size, before with a small sample size, they still had a negative KD. I know that they can, maybe they had some good matches, they can bring it up. That's generally not how it works if they're both small sample sizes. But I will say there is definitely like a lack of evidence to say that for sure they are cheating. We in no way can say that 100% they're cheating, because we just don't have any proof of that. I would find this, if the KD continue to rise up, I would find this more suspicious.
I just love dicks, bro.
I would say overall to just say, not a cheater, but I personally would not be surprised if they ended up being a cheater. That being said, now looking, I didn't realize they had more matches back here. So they played consistently for 5 seasons, had a at least positive KD every season, and played more matches back then, took a break from the game, came back. So maybe they're just getting back into things and they struggle a little bit. I don't know. Overall, though, I would not say that they're cheating yet. If there was more proof, then I'd lean more towards that maybe, but definitely not enough to convict. I would say probably just a better player. That the only thing I would say was suspicious was that 180 headshot onto Monty. That was like pinpoint accurate. I guess not a cheater. So that means today, 5 matches, all cheaters. 6th match, not a cheater. It would have been very sad if we had only cheaters all day today. Would not have been a good look for Siege. But I guess like 80% cheaters is still not great.